Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to check out the Thrassian Strangler Mythic Item. I'm Alcast from alcasthq.com. Please make sure to subscribe and like the video. So, this set, a lot of people have been talking about it. Is it as OP as people say? A lot of players have done target dummy tests and they go crazy high, and that's one reason is because of this set. You can get 3k spell damage from this. If we are looking at my parse here, I did a few, this one was the highest. I sit at 10k spell damage in combination with the vampire drain thingy. Now, this is 100% target dummy humper build, keep that in mind. So, this might not really work in a trial, but anyway. So what does this thing do? Killing an enemy grants you a persistent stack of Sloth's Call, up to a maximum of 20 stacks. Each stack increases your spell damage by 150, but also increases your damage taken by 2%. This is the target dummy humper dream set everybody has been waiting for. The day the Greymoor PTS launched, target dummy humpers basically had a field day with this thing. Because again, it gives you so much spell damage. Now, how good will this set be in a trial or in a dungeon? Because there is a huge downside to it. You get 40% more damage taken. This can lead to one-shots fairly easy. Now, obviously, the champion points, the red champion points, mitigate a lot of damage. But 40% is a lot if you go to the max stacks. I have already seen people clear Maelstrom Arena with this set, so in these specific things it works. More so because most things die really fast in Maelstrom Arena, and if you're a good player you can avoid most of the damage. So it didn't even take people a week to figure out how to use this thing in like Maelstrom Arena. Will we see it in trials? Maybe. Again, it will be very hard to use, like it will raise the ceiling by a huge amount. Now, more things to consider. How do you actually get these stacks? Killing an enemy grants you a persistent stack. You need to get the killing blow to get the bonus. So when you're actually in a dungeon or in a trial and you don't get any killing blows, this set will be useless. When you are teleporting from, let's say, Kroglorn into a trial, the stacks are all gone and you need to start from zero. Tested that, ported out, ported back in, everything is gone. You have to redo it. How I got it in here was I simply killed a lot of target dummies. My teammates. It's funny, they look the same. So yeah, kill all of them, get the 20 stacks and flex with your spell damage. And this here is my base spell damage. But when you look at my combat metrics parse, I was at 10.2k. Thrassian Stranglers is not the only reason I had so much like high spell damage. Simmering Frenzy also gives you a lot. The longer it runs, the more weapon damage. You basically get another 1200 spell damage and weapon damage. But yes. Let's keep analyzing this set. So, while you might see a lot of target dummy parses utilizing this set, for most players it will be just a cheese set. Because let's face it, most groups stand in stupid all the time. Can you take 40% extra damage? I don't think so. It's really gonna hit you hard. Some people made some calculations that you could actually wear this set in combination with Plague Doctor. So you have like 30k health and a little bit more spell damage. That could also be another option. Barrier rotations in dungeon or trials. So there will be ways to mitigate the 40% extra damage taken. But once again, you die, the stacks are gone. You teleport to another zone or instance, the stacks are gone. So these things, it will be really annoying to keep it up. That's all things you need to consider. And the most important question you need to ask yourself, am I dying a lot in dungeons or trials? If the answer is yes, then this might not be the best option for you. If the answer is no, then this will be definitely worth testing out. Another thing, a lot of people don't realize. How hard is it to get these items? So on the PTS we have this in the boxes to test them out. However, when you actually go to the live server, you have to level up scrying and excavation, basically the Antiquities System. It's painful, boring. And so far I don't think anyone actually dropped the Mythic Elite on the PTS. So it looks like the drop rate is abysmal small. So that's all things you need to keep in mind. You're not gonna go live in Greymoor day 1 and you will have this thing, unless I don't know what happens. So yeah, I'm working on a guide for all these like Antiquities System, on how it works and where you can find what items, yada yada. But again, I wouldn't expect to get this very soon, even though it will be in the game. And the 40% damage taken is just very, very tricky. Now, what build did I actually use to get this 116k? It's quite a lot on a mech blade. It's really, really like 10k spell damage. What the hell? And I also have like 72% spell crit on average. Mother Sorrow, One Piece Slime Craw. So we can't use a monster set anymore because now we use a mythic item. There's a few other mythic items. Also, I will do a separate video on these. So you just run one monster piece set and then the mythic item. Then I had Mother Sorrow, Siroria. 3 Bloodthirsty, all spell damage. Precise Flame Enchant, backbar, the perfected Maelstrom weapon with the weapon damage enchanted. Now again, this is a target dummy set. In a raid, I would not use Siroria, I would use False God. Just keep that in mind, right? I just did a parse. The skill-wise, Twisting, Merciless, Swallow, Impale, Inner Light, Soul Harvest. Then I had Unstable Wall, Mystic Orb, Barber Trap, Simmering Frenzy, Siphoning Attacks, and Fiery Rage. Why am I not using like Elemental Weapon? It's because of this skill. This gives you another 1200 spell damage, but it drains health. And again, this is a target dummy thing. In a raid, it might be tricky because this thing here, while toggled on, you cannot be healed by anyone other than yourself. So classes that actually can deal damage and self-heal will be, like it will be possible to actually use this, but other classes might struggle. And once again, in a trial, probably not. Only on specific fights where you know you can heal yourself. One wrong damage you take, you're dead. But on a target dummy, nothing hits you, so whatever. Let me just show the blue ones, though the rest doesn't matter. 48, 73, 11, 13, 64, 61. What is your opinion on this set? Like, have you already tested it out, experimented? I personally think it's the new target dummy cheese. However, as you have seen in Maelstrom Arena can be used, people will figure out ways how to make use of this set at some point. I personally don't really like what Sauce has been doing with these things because they're using this term Kiss Curse. So they give one item an OP boost effect with a negative effect. But in ESO, it's so easy to kind of get rid or like just avoid the negative effect that then you just end up with a way higher power creep than before. Nobody in this game asks for more damage. And we all know, like, the Sauce Combat team is working on tuning down the power creep. But then they, like, now we have 10k spell damage, major vulnerability and all that, so I just don't know what's going on. In the end, an interesting item. We have to see how it will plan, like, how it will be used once this update goes live. So yeah, I'm really excited to see where this goes. I will actually show the parse I did, like I will roll it so you can see if you want to replicate it or like how I did the target dummy bars. There's a few other videos at the end or in the description below that you can check out as well.